So for this video, we're going to show our wearable system while it's plugged into the computer, so that way we can use the serial monitor to see what's going on. So let's first open the serial monitor. And the serial monitor opens, and we see a lot of zeros and ones running, and that's because we're printing the button state and our button counter, which counts how many times the button's been pressed. And it's between 1 through 4, so when it hits 5, it resets to 0. So what happens is, this is running continuously until Josh clicks the button. And now the button's clicked, function 1 is running, as you can see by the LED being lit up and the buzzer playing. And then in the serial monitor we can see that added popped up, which shows that we clicked the button and then our new counter is 1. So now when Josh clicks the button again to switch to function 2, now he's on function 2. And for this function, because we're measuring the amount of time spent outside, when Josh shines his phone light as artificial light onto the LilyPad, we can see the timer start timing it. So time outside 6 seconds, 7, 8, and so forth until he stops. And then it stops at 11 seconds. So then when Josh clicks the button again, we're on the third function. And so because we combined functions 3 and 4, where both of them do the double blink and then turn on the appropriate LED based on how much time was spent outside, for our demo, function 3 is our sending code, and function 4 is our receiving code. So for right now, what happens is when Josh shines the light back onto the photoresistor, the timer continues, but then when Josh takes it off, and it stops, and then Josh re-puts the light back on the photoresistor, what happens is the timer resets to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that way, every time an individual goes outside and inside, the data will be sent to the receiving XB for function 3. Then when Josh clicks the button one more time, we're on function 4, which is our receiving code. So unfortunately, for the sake of this demo, we do not have a sender of information, but what would happen is, once we get information from the other XB, all the LEDs would blink twice, and then the appropriate LED would light up, so based on how much time in intervals. So let's say 0 to 4 seconds spent outside, the first LED would light up. 4 to 8 seconds, the second LED, and so forth. But as you can see in the serial port, the serial monitor, we're getting those Ys that do indicate that our code is working properly, and then once the sender sends us the data, we would either get a letter A, B, C, or D, which then corresponds to which LED lights up. So then when Josh clicks the button one more time, we switch to function 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the system turns off. So once again, there is the off state that is between functions 4 and 1, but it's actually shorter because the only time that comes into effect is at the beginning when it starts as off. So as you can see, the wearable does work even while it is being worn, and that is our wearable system.